Let's get this thing going.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome back. Real Estate Happy Hour brought to you by Remax Heritage. I'm one of your hosts, Joe Ferrigno. I have Jennifer and Antonio.
I'm here.
I'm Antonio today.
I call him Antonio.
He does when he's mad at me.
I love him.
No, you call him Anthony when you're mad at him, I think.
I call him something else. Okay.
No, it's the A word.
The
other A word.
That's true.
Today's topic is going to be, is now a good time to buy or a good time to list your property? With the holidays coming up,
Right.
It's always a big question for all of us.
Yeah.
It is.
And the holiday turkey.
And the holiday turkey.
Yeah. If you guys want to talk about turkey. Let's talk turkey now.
You want to talk turkey right now?
No, well.
Okay.
No,
we're not going to talk
We can leave that to after.
Okay. So why is it a good time to buy? Or sell?
So we're going to jump in right now.
Let's jump in.
Yeah. So I don't know. Am I going to talk like a real estate broker? It's always a good time to buy, but especially during the December months and January months. And it's a good time to sell too. So from the seller's perspective, it's a good time to sell because there isn't a lot of inventory.
Less competition.
Yeah, and something we'll touch on also is mortgage rates are also at a time where they typically are lower. So it's a good time to list because not a lot of inventory, and in this type of market we're in most there's a lot of buyers still left over that haven't been able to find a home yet.
Right.
So it's really a good time, and to take advantage of that time period where people are filling in between the craziness of the holidays.
Right.
They're still thinking about it. They're still thinking about getting into a new home.
Yeah.
And what's a better holiday gift than a new home?
Yeah, because they've started and they haven't found what made them happy, and you know, they're still on that track.
Absolutely. So to list this time of the year is really key because you could very well be into your new home. I know we're cutting it really close now because we're really close to the main holiday, but that doesn't really last for a long time. So if there's a time period where there's lag in people looking at it, you could actually be under contract before
the end of
Christmas
the New Year.
holiday.
Yep. And
close after New Year's, and it's really a good way to do this and miss the whole spring market thing,
which begins around then. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
a lot of people think spring actually, but it is January, February, right? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you say that's the start?
Absolutely. And people have to sell this time of the year for a lot of reasons.
Right.
Yeah. So, and as far as the buyer side, the buyers are.
So I feel like as a buyer at this time, I feel like you get, and I'm not saying I'm right. I just feel like I get a good deal now.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year. People want to get out of their houses.
Absolutely.
The winter's coming. They don't want to
They're
listen
scared
them.
of that, yeah.
That's
Gotta
how I
sell.
feel.
They're scared of holding it through the winter.
Got to sell. We're putting on 3 or 4 listings this week. I am personally, and these people have to sell.
Right.
So it isn't about Thanksgiving. It isn't about Christmas. It isn't about any of those holidays. It's about when it's the time to do it.
Yeah.
And like Joe was saying, on the buyer side, my goodness, it is a really exciting time where you can get into and buy something at possibly a discount, possibly.
Well, that being said, I am listing a property shortly, and no one's getting a good deal. So let's just clarify that. Not my property.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Tom.
So, and yeah, so no discounts on Joe's listing, and we'll tell you exactly where it is. So you know for sure it's not going to you're not going to negotiate whatsoever. And then again, maybe Joe could cover a little bit about this time of the year. Am I correct in saying that you could possibly, there is an adjustment in the rates?
Well, historically, holidays, rates tend to go up. That's just historically.
Okay.
There's a lot of factors that come into play with that. So it's just kind of a wait and see. But historically, they do go up towards the holidays.
Okay.
So we'll have to find out as it goes on.
Where are they now?
During the week, it goes by the bond, the 10-year bond. So whatever the 10-year bond does the fixed rates do. So if the 10-year bond goes up, the rates go up. If it goes down, it goes down. So the 10-year bond started ticking back down this week. So we were up to like, and don't quote me on this because I know I'm off by a digit or two, but it was around 1.8 area last week, and now we were down to like 1.73.
It's ever changing.
Right.
It's always changing. So, I followed it all day long. I just didn't look this morning before we started shooting.
Right. Yeah.
You were just sitting around doing nothing?
Just doing nothing as always.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right.
It's possible. So, again, there are a lot of times people are looking for some sort of distressed property, or some sort of fixer-upper. And those come on no matter what time of the year it is. They come on whatever time of the year it is. So if anyone's looking for that type of property, there is also that market that you can tap into. I know that I have investors that we tend to find homes more this time of the year when a lot of people are not paying attention. And there are a few different ways to get investment properties, and we could cover all of them. But if anyone has individual questions on those, just ask away, and we can answer individually on those.
Yep.
Whether you're looking for an investment home or your first time home, and are looking specifically for a foreclosure or a short sale of sorts.
Sure.
Good. Want to get into our story about a tenant that we had?
Oh, showing homes, yeah. So
during this time of year.
How is it? Yeah, how is it? What do you think about that? You have a story.
Explain, Jen. Let's go. You brought it up.
We have a story, yes. We were showing a new client some condos, and a lot of times either their main concerns are what kind of loan type. Can they have an FHA loan while buying a condo? And also holding on to the condo, can they then rent it out, right? So this particular condo was a yes to both of them. And there was a tenant actually in place at the condo we were showing. And she...
If I could interrupt for a second.
Of course.
So when people sell their homes... No, absolutely not. Can't do it.
Rude.
You can leave now.
Rude. When people list their homes, they sometimes have tenants,
Got that.
which could be part of it, right? Mm-hmm. And part of it, getting access to it.
Oh, it's always fun. Tenants want to let you in? Never.
The tenants don't want to let you in.
I mean, I'm a tenant right now, right?
You are. You're one of the bad ones, too.
That's why he brought you cookies and donuts.
He's like, maybe he'll let me show the house if I bring him a donut.
It worked.
It worked.
It worked.
Take note.
I could be bought.
Yeah, so that's part of when we list a property, if it's an income property, to make sure the tenants are on board.
Yes.
And in this case, the tenant is sort of on board.
She didn't leave. She didn't
Are
leave.
you supposed to leave?
She's not on.
I mean, I guess there's no rules, right? I mean, but
Yes,
she
well,
did.
yeah,
Depends.
she should leave.
She should leave? I should
The
leave?
homeowner should leave. The tenants should leave.
You and all of your kids,
The
Joe,
house should be empty.
My basketball team?
should probably leave.
All 7 or 8, 10, depending on the day, need to be gone.
Okay.
Or else they're going to play dress up with Summer.
Yeah, it's possible.
So so she didn't leave, and it was an adventure from opening up the door. That's for sure. I mean, if there's anything bad about a property, a tenant will tell you, right?
If they don't want to leave, yeah, definitely.
Is that the trick?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just tell them everything.
So tell them about how we started. So it was one of those walk-up condos where you open the door and there's a set of stairs, but the garage is to the right. And there's also a little room in the back called the man cave. The man cave smelled peculiar. How do you say that? Peculiar.
Like a man?
Like a man? I wouldn't say like a man.
Okay.
They had a card or some sort of a card. Isn't that legal now?
That's why
What is
I
that
said
called?
peculiar.
Oh, that kind of card.
Yeah, it was the man cave where.
Things.
Yeah.
Okay.
was
So
good.
that was interesting from moment
Got
one.
a contact hub.
My
It was good.
poor clients. I was like, let's keep it moving. So we went upstairs, and there was open up the front door, warning, big trucks there all hours of the night, making a lot of noise. She thinks they're hauling Christmas trees. She's not sure, but it's all hours of the night.
Radioactive material.
Yep.
You name it.
The kitchen, did you see that little spot? Leaked when we first got here. The whole kitchen leaked.
5 years ago.
Couldn't even see a spot
So
on
was
the
the
ceiling.
tenant showing the house, or were you guys showing the condo?
We were trying to show
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
We were trying to show it. What else was there? Upstairs, the washer and dryer is not staying, so don't even think about it when you open up those closet doors.
Oh, and all the doors to the bedrooms closed by themselves
Yeah.
They're self-closing.
Oh, it was.
because the house is haunted.
Oh.
Stop.
Yes.
And then we had in the master bedroom, whoever was lucky enough to get that room, there's a peeping Tom across the way. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That could be a feature instead of a negative,
So,
depending on who you are.
With that said, we left.
So what was the reaction of the person you took there?
Well, first she said she thinks she got a little contact high.
Okay.
And second, she likes the place. She does.
did.
She
She
just
did.
said that,
They like that.
it
Was
was very,
was she high when she said it?
maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
But, it was first time home buyers, a cute younger couple. And we showed a few condos, and every condo had a story. One condo we went to, there was looked like someone was laying in the bed, but it wasn't. It was just covers that was shaped like a person. The third condo we went to, there was actually a doll sticking his head out of the covers. In one other condo, they stepped in cat throw up. so they were like, "Wow, we've seen a lot of stuff today." I'm like, "Yeah, welcome to our life." So
But regardless of the tenant, that was their favorite condo.
yeah,
Really?
yep,
Yeah, it was. The layout was good. I think it was a good condo for them.
yeah. HOA fees were low. They liked that area.
Nice open floor plan, which
Yeah.
was key. So there were some positives there.
Yeah, but always an interesting time showing houses, condos, anything. It's always interesting, right?
So, Joe, if someone is looking for a home this time of the year and they need a quick closing, what can you do for someone as far as a non-traditional timeline?
If you have all your ducks in a row and you comply with Josh.
Can we not talk about it in this? No.
Okay, we won't talk about Josh.
Can we talk about how good we are at transitions? I just thought that was funny.
We can close within 2 weeks. So we can
That's
close.
good.
Yeah, we can close
That's
fast.
good.
If you comply. If you don't comply, you give pushback on things we ask for up front.
Yeah.
Then it just
Yeah.
won't work.
Give it to you when you ask for
If
it.
we can
sort
get
of
the
thing.
tenant out in time.
Well, that one won't be my job.
Yeah.
But I'll come through on the mortgage end
Mm-hmm.
within 2 weeks.
Yeah, because of the reason I ask is if you're, for example, if the place is vacant
Mhm.
and you can expedite it, sometimes people do want to be in.
By the new year.
Yeah,
or-
so like the couple
or
we were
by-
showing
or prior to the holiday.
want to be
or
in there for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Which, you can probably do at that 30-day mark if you are
Diligent.
all your stuff.
Right. Right. No, we could with that. We still have a lot of time. Not a lot of time, but
Yeah,
before.
just enough time.
Right. What are we at, the 25th, 26th? So yeah, we could
Sure
get.
about the.
If we started today, we could get close by the 10th or 15th area.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So Tone, why don't you tell us a little more about Is Now a Good Time?
Sure, absolutely. With this time of the year, people seem to think, and maybe this is repetitive, but people seem to think that they're not going to find a home, that they have to wait till April.
Well, they're not seeing what they want out there yet. And,
And
our
those are-
conversation is they're still coming on.
Yeah.
Right.
New houses are still
Right.
coming for sale.
And those are the same people that started looking in April. And that's why they missed the
Right.
market to
Mhm.
begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went into the summer, and then sometimes there's an inventory lag, or there are a lot of buyers out there that they're competing against. And then more importantly is the buyer on this whole equation. They shouldn't lose attention span,
Mm-hmm.
even if they have to figure out what to buy their mom for the holidays, or their dad, or whoever it is, or what they have planned. So.
Holiday shopping, that should be a whole nother.
Yeah, and know that your realtor, if you have a good professional realtor, that they're available to you no matter what.
And they're keeping you up to date. They're sending you what's coming on as soon as it's coming on, and you can jump on it. And
So important question: Are you guys available? Holidays?
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Work Sundays and the evenings.
Yes.
And even with the the holiday coming up, I think for me traditionally, over the time that I've done this for over 20 years, this time of the year is very busy for me.
Yep.
Where people feel like they have nothing to do, and it's what people call crickets. It's really like, for me, it's constantly going. Because it's important for all of us on the real estate side to take advantage of every market. And I've actually negotiated deals on Christmas Eve. So
I got it.
and it's really cool to do that.
Yeah.
You know, for
And some clients are shocked that you're willing to do that, but of course it's, you know,
Yeah,
just
it's very
another
good.
day, really,
I get it.
you know.
There's been many holidays I've taken phone calls, applications.
Some
yeah.
people
My wife
in-
has given me the dirty
I
look.
was gonna say some people in different professions would be like, put it down, and it's
Yeah,
hard.
it could be the difference between getting, you know, someone's life started or
Yeah.
restarted. You know, there are so many different variables.
Sure.
I've gotten some new clients now that are combining homes, and they're really excited about getting
Yeah.
two families under one roof. And their holidays will do that. And as agents, I think it's important for us to take that opportunity,
In
and
consideration,
take advantage
yeah.
of it.
And the one not answering the phone could make or break anything,
Right.
you know.
Just
So-
know we don't go to the islands for the
although
holidays.
this time last year we were,
But if we did, we'd still answer the phone.
and we did
Right.
pay
Definitely
like
still answer the
$400 to
phone.
make sure
I
we
got a
could still
$600
answer our
phone bill
phone.
for that.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was fucking pissed.
Yeah, but we have to answer the phone. We
Yeah.
have to answer the phone.
Yeah. So to be ready to buy right now, make sure you contact your realtor immediately, preferably one of our realtors at Remax Heritage. Don't think that the home that's being listed is going to hang around, because if it's a truly beautiful home, it isn't going to be available for a very long time. So contact your realtor right away. Go and look at it. Make sure your financing is in order.
Get a pre-approval.
Yeah. The seller may be looking, and most likely is looking for a quick closing. That's key
A
in this time
qualified
of
buyer.
year.
Yeah.
Right.
In this time of the year, sellers are looking to get out and be done with it right away. That's more so than any other time of the year that people are traditionally listing. So make sure you are ready to go and negotiate that part of it. And on the seller side, be flexible. If you need to sell your home, be flexible and know that there are buyers out there for you.
Tony, talk to me about when you have a divorce situation and one client wants to list and one, the other party does not. How do you handle that?
Okay, so that's 50% of the situations most of the time, because unfortunately it's like a natural occurrence where
One wants to keep, one wants to sell.
where people divorce, and then again, it's part of our business, it's part of what we do, but that's a legal question also.
Right.
So
right,
if
there's
one
different factors that come into that, I do
Yeah.
get that.
So if one spouse doesn't want to sell and they've been ordered to sell, then unfortunately, then it's back to the attorneys, where, without trying to be an attorney, where an agreement is reached between the attorney, the judge, or the attorneys and the judge, or maybe the two parties for that matter, that's what was agreed to, and that has to happen. And then certainly there's a timeline typically, I would think. So that's beyond the realtor thing.
Okay, right.
That's beyond the realtor thing. But as realtors, when people are divorcing, we represent both parties equally.
Right.
So regardless of, we're the objective, we're there to represent each individual owner and make certain that they get the most for their money, they get the most for their home, and they have the least disruption, even though you're getting a divorce and there are probably children involved, that there's the least amount of disruption in the process. And at the same time, we also help both parties. 99% of the time, we help both parties go into another home, be it to purchase another home or even to rent something in the interim. So
Because it gets emotional.
it does
Right?
get
It gets
emotional.
I've been through it, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
it does get emotional.
absolutely.
But
And
I never looked at it from the agent side.
yeah, and people sometimes if they're not amicable, because that happens, right?
A lot.
That's why you're getting a
I
divorce.
would-
Yeah, I would say
imagine
most
a
of the
lot.
time. Yeah.
They,
Right.
they think, okay, well, this agent's, we care about both individuals, and we want them we represent them both
Right.
equally, regardless of what they may think.
Yeah, so getting the attorneys, the attorneys have to get them on the same page, right? Whether they're forced to sell or one wants to sell, one doesn't want to sell,
I just feel like it's a very hard job to do for you guys
even past the attorneys
because
to keep them.
one day this one's emotional, the next day
Right.
that one's emotional,
Right.
and then you gotta kind of like bring it all together,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't happen often during that type of situation.
No, because
From
wouldn't you
first
say?
visit.
Because
Yeah.
for the next 30 or 60 days, however it takes, those emotions are up and down all over the place.
From first visit, both parties need to be there
Right.
for the first visit, and the communication has to be. And in this day and age, it's so easy to communicate with both people the same way. Text messaging, a group text between the two parties, or an email. That way, both parties feel like they're on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Because that becomes an issue at times. Well, you spoke to this spouse and you didn't speak to that spouse, and
Right.
and then there's animosity, and it's really more about what you did or didn't do as an agent. It's more about their relationship or their whatever it is.
Okay.
Unfortunately, so it's already a charged emotional situation to buy or sell a home. Now you're adding that factor into it,
And that is one of the bigger factors people do sell,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it is. It's one of the pieces to when people transition or sell. Absolutely. So again, as a realtor, it's important to communicate that, and you almost have to over communicate it, because if you don't, then that's when the problems arise.
So this is good information. So before we go on and do this stuff, I kind of do my research and go online and Google things and get some tips or ideas.
Yeah, like general.
Right. And I did that this morning, and I went through like 7 podcasts. Like, this is just awful. Awful. The people had no personalities. They had horrible
Yeah.
energy. But this was like real relevant, raw
Yeah.
information, you guys.
Being on camera isn't natural for everyone, let
Right.
alone speaking and being careful
True.
about what you say and how you're acting and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. You just, so
Good info. That was good
yeah,
info.
yeah.
So, should we wrap this up, guys?
Yeah, guys.
Absolutely.
3rd episode. Are we going to cheers? Our 3rd
yes.
episode, guys.
Thanks
We
again,
made it
everyone.
so far.
Go easy, Jen.
I'm not going to break the mug. You didn't get me.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Till next episode.
Thanks for joining us.
The end.
And happy Turkey Day.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Ish.
Ish. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
The end.
Wait, I just want to remind you, like, comment, and subscribe below. We'll see you next episode. Why did I get the volunteer for this one?
Because you're so good at this.